What's going on, guys? Orange Bull here. Welcome back to another episode of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Or should I say, welcome back to another episode of the Stanley Parable 2. Because if you guys don't remember, in the last video, we experienced a couple of new interesting features that the narrator kind of presented to us, including what you're seeing right now, the Stanley Parable 2. Apparently, Ultra Deluxe just wasn't really good enough for the narrator, and he just decided, may as well just make this a full-fledged sequel now, apparently. So one of the new features that I think I really enjoyed the most definitely had to be the reassurance bucket. Without a doubt, it's probably the best thing that you'll ever see in any sequel, bar none. And after we went through, going through the main, I guess we can call it the sequel ending, it brought me back to here, and then it just started the game up again. The original Stanley Parable, but with Stanley Parable 2 items now being incorporated with it, I'm not really sure what's happening here. All I can tell you is that we ended up going through the original main ending where you follow all of the narrator's instructions, and I had the bucket with me, and apparently now we weren't able to leave with the bucket or something. I don't really know. It was pretty cool, all things considered. But let's hop right into this, and let's see some of the new stuff, what we can do this time around. Because I'm honestly really curious to see all the different stuff I'm going to want to experiment with while playing through this. Alright, so right off the bat,
all of his co-workers
right off the bat, you can already see
Stanley decided to go
one
to
of the other new features that was already incorporated from the Stanley Parable 2, the Get Well Someday balloon. Yes, get well someday. You're not going to get well today, you're not going to get well tomorrow, but you're going to get well someday. Already right off the bat, that's already such a really interesting new mechanic they decided to include with this. Oh, this is interesting. Meeting today in the meeting room. Figurine Finders Committee? Does it have to do with the Stanley figures that we're collecting all throughout this? Oh, mama. There it is. There's the buckets. Still has the stickers on them too and everything.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
I love the new bucket-related dialogue they now have incorporated into this game. Here's a question though: why is this is really odd? Why is there? I forgot what you call these things, but why is there some piece of rope here? That's very weird. I don't know why they would include that in there. But alright, let's see. So I'm really curious now.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
So in the last video, I obviously mentioned that we went through the main ending for if you follow all the narrator's instructions. And I've already been kind of researching just a tiny bit, not too much to the point where it would spoil me in any way, but I found out that there are definitely more original endings that changes if you have the bucket with you. I'm not sure, I'm kind of blanking out, I'm forgetting which endings in particular get changed when you have the bucket, but we're gonna find out today and see what are the other endings that we've already experienced that changes with the bucket. Let's find that out, shall we? Oh, okay. Oh, trust the completionist instinct? Oh my god. That flyer was not kidding. There's an actual meeting, or some crazy conspiracy going on involving the collectibles. This is entirely new. I had no idea this was even a thing. But my god, some people have seriously gone insane over this. Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation This room, they feel pointless, TBH. Weird spinning figurines. It's... I don't really know what to say. This is a whole lot here. Warehouse access plan. Produce one plank to allow ease of access past fence. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. I think that's what it says. Retrieve Chris's remains from warehouse floor? Did someone die? Like, in the warehouse section? This is fascinating. And fourth one says, construct new structurally sound bridge. So, I'm guessing someone must have, at least this guy named Chris, must have went across this bridge in the warehouse, fell off it, and then died at some point. That's pretty dark stuff. And then, let's see, what else we got here? There will be a reward for finding them all. Lies, who are you? 666 lol. There will be cleaning of this wall required. Stop kidding yourselves. I want them so much. I want to go home. That's what it feels like for that one thing that was written on the board here. But man, I didn't realize that, look, I think I heard something about the fact that if you collect all the figures, something happens. Because it's not all, it's not like what the narrator said, to the point where, if you collect all of them, then you get nothing. I think there actually really is something that happens here. I mean, why else would all of a sudden there be random people going crazy over these figures? It's just all crazy, really insane. Yeah, there's just a whole other kind of investigation going on involving these places to search. Okay, this should have been the first thing I looked at when I first stepped in here, but apparently they actually tell you where all the locations are. So inside of the sequel exhibit, we already got that one. Nearby a fireplace. Oh, yeah. After we put in the code in the boss's office, we start heading for the elevator down to the mind control facility, and there is a figure off to the side of there. And the other location is a private but smelly place for an important person. So the executive bathroom. Alright, so we've gotten those figures so far. We got 3 more clues though to find these other figures. We got a large room, lots of boxes, stairs, something to do with stairs. Okay. Somewhere both red and blue. Ooh, really feels like someone wants us to find the rest of the figures here. Even I'm now genuinely curious to know what happens when you get them all. Is this some kind of game? There must be a point to this. Exactly, actually. There really must be a point to this. Alright, so, hold on. I didn't even get a chance to read the presentation yet. I know I was really curious to see what the other endings are with the bucket is, but now I gotta look at this presentation. How can we find them? Okay. Go on. You have my curiosity piqued. What we know, some floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. There was no memo from management. Agenda. How can you tell you spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? Figlies are hard to find. Follow clues provided by employee 416. We can do it. Red room? I think I know where that is. I think I know exactly where that is. The red room thing that we're talking about here. So, one of the employees, before they disappeared, must have, was the one that, started up this whole investigation regarding the Figlies. And he's probably the one who wrote, all these clues, for this. I'm going to take a screenshot of this because I'm going to want to remember this for later. Because trust me, knowing my memory, I am not going to be able to remember anywhere else of where they're supposed to be. Wow. Just when I think that this game isn't already interesting, it just keeps getting better.
Coming to a staircase,
All right, I'm going to go
Stanley and the bucket
downstairs.
walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I think I know where that figure is. Yep, right here.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
So I am not sure. I'm not sure, like where the other two one. Oh, wait. I think I know where one of the other ones is. One of the clues said something about a red, like in blue, like a figure. I think I know. You know, hold on, man. Let me restart again. I might know where one of the other figures is. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket
So,
tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
We know what's going to come from here. One of the clues said, look at the red and blue. No, wait a minute. Hold on. Hang on a second. Yeah, one of the clues says somewhere both red and blue. So I think it has something to do with like when you ignore the narrator completely. That leads, like, I think to the game's ending or whatever it was called. Alright, let's just see.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It is this place to be, but I have my own different intentions.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
It continues to make me think that, like, the narrator or Stanley in general must think that this bucket is sentient and has
Truly,
their own kind
being
of
here
thoughts.
with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together.
We haven't
First,
even been
walking
through
the
that
door
much
on the
yet.
right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
All right. Let's just leave before things get weird.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Oh, yeah, I know there are still some other endings from the original game I still haven't gone through yet, but like now I'm curious to find the other figures, or at least find one more of them for now, just so I can get the satisfaction of it.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Narrator? Are you okay? Are you just personally okay in the head? This... we're just gonna keep on going further and further into insanity the more we go on with this.
Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question
So we're basically
why or
supposed to be
how
just
this
listening to
was
the bucket
speaking
now?
to him.
No
It
way.
should have alarmed him, of
Oh,
course, because bucket. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation
Oops.
of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Okay, so what the I guess the warehouse falling off dying ending
All of his
got
co-workers
changed.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
I
go
only
to
decided to
meeting
bring the
room.
bucket
Perhaps
and
he had
just
simply missed a
see what
warmth
else changes.
spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
You know,
Stanley
the
touched
more
the
and
bucket
more I
tightly
keep
to
on
his
hearing
chest
this stuff
and
about the
entered the door
bucket,
on his
the
left.
more it kind of creeps me out a little bit. Because, like, there's an obsession here. I know I said it a lot for the last video, but, like, I mean it. It's just a
This was not the
weird
correct way to the meeting
obsession.
room. But Stanley
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
Said the bucket.
Now ride the
Okay.
lift all the way to the
Let
top.
me try this again.
There's something up there I need you to
Apparently,
do.
I don't think
Stanley did
the
not
cargo
question
lift
why
was
or how
high
this bucket
enough
was speaking to him.
yet.
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to
Well,
think
he's
about this
definitely
obvious fact.
right
He
there.
was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
So is the narrator now just assuming that Stanley is going insane now? I think it's the both of them. Like, both of them has to be going, you know, going down into madness, like, just with this bucket.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It
What
says,
sign?
no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
I thought
Unless-
I could,
What if
though.
the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay, this wasn't part of the plan. I swear. Like I wasn't. I mean, look. I guess it was partially the plan. I mean, I did want to experiment to see what other endings kind of alter with the bucket, but this, I seriously thought I could just take the bucket with me this way. If this is alluding to what I think it is, because trust me when I say, when I genuinely don't know about something in a game, I really mean it, but every now and then, your curiosity, or at least my curiosity, really gets to me to the point where I start to wander a bit on the internet, and I find some images. The stuff for the sequel exhibit, I knew some of that stuff already, just by looking at like some of them, but I didn't fully know what was happening there. With this, I might know something about this. If they're going in the direction I think they're going in, then I don't think I'm emotionally ready for this. Okay. Surprise me. Whoa, what?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Is this a
Simple
quiz?
enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
There has to be actual correct answer for this, right? But what's happening? What is happening right now? It's an actual actual quiz now. This is well, based on how this bucket, I mean, or supposedly a bucket looks, it screams to me a bucket. Am I right?
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket,
What?
not an actual bucket.
What? How was I supposed to tell?
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
They look exactly the same. How are we supposed to know what the difference is between the two? No?
Correct.
Okay.
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Alright, so I was right this time. But seriously, they look exactly the same. How are you supposed to tell? This is interesting, though.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Okay, I'm not kidding. I thought you could move on the platform and get a little bit closer, but seriously, it looks like a bucket to me. Are they all wrong? Is this like some kind of trap to where all of them are just not a bucket at all, period, except for maybe one? I'm gonna try that. Again, there probably are actual, correct and incorrect answers. and I'm probably just not doing it very well, but I'm just gonna see what happens.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
What? That's a bucket?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
I swear to God, if they assume that it is a bucket, then clearly I don't know the difference between a bucket and a tractor. Is the game actually going to make me think that a tractor is a bucket? Because I'll believe anything at this point, but no, seriously, what in God's name is happening here? What, please tell me they're going to say yes. Please tell me.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
Excuse me for assuming that your thoughts was going to make it so that it was a bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Oh, for the love of... Is this a trick question? You said the last tractor was not a bucket. But what are you gonna make me? I can't speak right. What is going to? What makes you think that that this is not going to be a bucket this time? God, I feel like I'm starting to go insane now. No, it's not. Right?
Incorrect. This is a bucket. Item 6. Is this a bucket?
I'm losing my mind here. The last tractor wasn't a bucket. I obviously should have known that, but the game plays tricks with me. Because now all of a sudden, with the second tractor, it's a bucket. What goes through their head and makes it think it is a bucket? Do you just fill up the tractor with any sort of liquid and just somehow drive it around, or just use a remote or something like that and just dump it out somewhere, or just use it for whatever task you need to get done? It's like, what? The logic just... again, this is the Stanley Parable. I get that, but the logic just doesn't make any sense. It's a bucket.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Oh, okay. How's it both exactly?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Okay. Wait, hold on a minute. I can choose? But there's nothing there. There's nothing there.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not
even he doesn't
true.
get the logic of this.
Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Oh, God. I have a feeling I may have to come back here at some point and just see if there's a change if you actually get everything right and if you also select no. But the crazier this goes, the more and more I start to believe that everything is a bucket. What's not to say that this whole game is not a bucket? Yeah, I think everything is a bucket. This button is a bucket. This whole room, we're inside of a giant bucket. Oh, and yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence, and yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
You could be.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay, here we go.
No, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
See?
Every single thing in
I
the game
thought
was
so!
a bucket? Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
Yeah.
Who knows what that
That'd be
information might
best.
do to a person. All right, here we go.
So basically, the game just doesn't function without a bucket. That's the lesson we just learned there. The game just... You cannot function in this game without a bucket. Now
Stanley
I found
decided
out
to go to the meeting
like,
room. Perhaps he
that
had
you
simply
can't
missed
take
a
the
memo.
bucket into the red and blue door, like a section that leads you to the game's ending. So for now, I'm just gonna... Look, I'm sorry to have to do this to you, Bucket, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to depart for now. But we'll meet each other again soon. Our love is strong together. No, but seriously, I think we should probably at least go on for a little bit without the bucket. Don't you think?
When Stanley...
Okay guys, I'm back at the cargo lift. Let's try this again for getting that one figure that I know exactly where the location of it is. This time, without the bucket preventing us from getting it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm
I
not
know a
sure
lot of
that
people are
maybe
probably
I'm
telling me
wrong.
right now.
I
Now they're
realize
like,
that
go up to the
investing your
cargo lift
trust
all the
in
way.
Someone else can be difficult, but the fact
But
is that
right
the
now, my
story
mind's
has
thinking
been
about
nothing but-
figures.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Nope.
that convinced
Not
that
at
I
all.
want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help
Okay.
you, to show you something beautiful.
I'm not
Look,
sure.
let me prove it.
I'm not
Let
sure
me
if this was
prove
in the
that I'm
original.
on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, I'm not really sure if this was like in earlier, like in the video where I originally played through this ending thing, but now that's a thing. You just can't go past this point without a bucket. Well,
Now
noted.
listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through
There
the red
it
door.
is. See, I knew it.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler Anlarines.
Figure
Very soon, you'll
Anlarines?
collect the last one.
Even I
and
can't
then
pronounce it.
the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anlarines. None of us can.
Well, found it. There is one more figure left to find. Maybe I should, at this point, I found most of the buckets. So maybe, just maybe, if I'm looking at this correctly here, stairs something, what the clue, the last clue we have here. Wait a minute, actually, no way. No, wait a minute. A large room, lots of boxes. I don't really know what that clue alludes to. You guys probably know at this point, like, what it does if you've played through this, but for me, it's all a mystery. Alright, you know what? I thought maybe I could easily find it somewhere, but I think for now, I'm just going to go for an ending we haven't actually done yet. Because it's been a little bit of a while since we last, done one. Like, a non-new endings. Okay, so I'm back at the boss's office, and there is an ending that we have not yet done. And I'm gonna do this twice. Once normal ending, and once with the bucket to see what changes, with it. So, you guys, for any of you who probably never played the game before, you probably don't know the fact that if you go in just about enough into the boss's office, you can immediately back out of it. You don't believe me? Well, let's find that out. Let's see what happens. Come on. Come on.
Stepping in.
So why do you think that it's a glitch, right? Think that, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. You were clearly supposed to go in through the door. Well, yeah, you can't. You can actually make it happen. So let's see what happens now if we go back all the way. There is a secret that occurs for activating this. Oh. So all of a sudden now, a door opens. Yep, you come all the way back after exiting out of the boss's office, and then a door's open. What happens? You might be wondering to yourself now, what happens if you step through it? Well, let's find out. So now we're in an entirely new area of the office complex. You are now leaving. I didn't even know that was possible. We could actually leave this. There's another way to leave the facility. Alright, so apparently the elevator doesn't work. And then escape pod bay. Huh. This is actually, okay, if I can just drop the act at this point, I'm actually familiar with this ending of what happens. But yeah, if you come over here, there's apparently an escape pod bay at the top of floor 760. Jeez, I can't talk. So, the real question now is, if you go up all the way up to these stairs, can you actually escape? The weird thing about this whole part is that it's kind of very ominous, though. You don't hear the narrator talk at all, period. It's almost as if stepping out of the boss's office before the doors close behind you, it's almost like the narrator just leaves. Or you kind of, I guess, gotten away from him. That's the best way I can describe it. Yeah, let's just see what happens when we get up to floor 760. Escape pod launch bay. So, oh, it's dark in here. Very dark in here. But oh, there it is. The escape pod. God, we can finally get out of this place. Oh. And that's all she wrote. So that's another one of the endings. You try to go into the escape pod, but before you can be able to do so, game cuts out. It's not a glitch or anything like that. That is actually supposed to happen as is. I don't really know the full story about why you can't supposedly actually escape when you get through that pod. I think maybe it has something to do with the fact that you need to have both Stanley and the narrator be involved with it. But then again, if that's the case, then why can't the narrator actually come with you for it? I don't know. People probably have their theories for it. I'm someone who can't really come up with a theory like that to even explain why. But yeah, apparently there's an escape pod behind this one door in the entire office complex.
Were gone.
Alright, so we've experienced that ending just with Stanley. But now, this is genuine this time. I really want to know
Stanley picked
what
up the bucket
happens
and smiled.
if you go to the
He'd never
escape
be alone
pod
again. Not truly alone.
with the bucket.
Not with the bucket around.
Alright, I got the bucket in hand. We're back at the boss's office. Let's do it again. Let's see what happens. Come on. Come on. You have to be, really fast. You have to step at the point where you trigger the seat. There we go. You have to step close enough in there to where it's supposed to trigger the narrator's next dialogue to happen. But alright, looks like we're now going to be going on this little exclusive adventure with the bucket. Oh, well, I guess in this case we might be able to finally escape with the bucket. The bucket is kind of like our companion, if you really put it. Alright, so here we are once again with the bucket. Here we are once again with the bucket. No, I meant to say, here we are this time with the bucket. So yeah, so we all know that, like, so far we've already gotten some endings that we've already played through that's been altered with the bucket. Including the bucket quiz? That's probably like one of the more interesting and funny endings we've ever gotten. But it's not the ending that I was thinking of what it was going to be. I'm not gonna, for the sake of this video, to keep it, you know, for the sake of this video, I'm not really gonna say what it is that I saw like online, but it did involve the bucket in a interesting way, and I'm not referring to that quiz either. But yeah, so what happens? What happens if you go through with the bucket? Can you escape at all? Does it just cut off, go off again like the black? I don't know. The possibilities with this bucket are just really endless at this point. Or maybe the bucket can help us. I have my doubts, but... Oh? Okay? Wait. Stanley, what are you doing? No. No. Wait, is Stanley making the ultimate sacrifice? He's... Oh my god. Oh my god, no! Stanley! Oh my god! In his mind, he's probably thinking to himself, goodbye, my beloved. Goodbye. Oh my god, man. That probably has to be, well, another reason to be creeped out even further for Stanley's obsessed love with the bucket, but it was a rather hard, like it was a rather sad ending. It's almost saying to me like Stanley, good god, Stanley, who's Stanley? Anyway, like, so if Stanley cannot escape the facility, he probably knew this in his mind somehow, but he realized that, like, if he can't escape himself, then let the bucket let it go. Basically, oh, excuse me? The bucket's gone. What? The bucket is gone. It's actually gone now, like full on gone. I didn't think that would be a permanent change. I didn't think putting the bucket in the escape pod would make it so that that you can't get it back. Or at least I hope that, like, if I reset the game again, you'll get it back somehow. But oh my god. So that actually happened for real. Stanley actually sacrificed his freedom and just let the bucket go. I hope there's a way that I can reverse this action, because I genuinely had no idea that this was going to happen. Well, I guess for now, so long, bucket. You've served us well. You really have. Alright, so I think I got enough time for
When
one
Stanley came to
more
a set
ending.
of 2 open doors,
Okay, this door has been in my vision a long time now, and I believe I know exactly where this is going to be leading to, but Now is about as good a time as any since I no longer have the bucket. Oh, I missed that bucket already.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No, we're not going to do that. Alright, down we go.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Okay, we're going this way then.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly...
Have you lost your way,
dear, would you
narrator?
hold on for a minute, please.
You're supposed to be good at giving us directions for how to
Let's see,
get
we
back
went
on track
down,
with the story
right,
here.
Left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay, you sure about that then? Alright. Okay.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley,
Well, it's not
close your
spoiled for
eyes.
us, but
Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
okay. I guess we now know the reason why we can't go that way anymore. Wait, what? Oh.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No,
Did you
didn't change a
move
thing.
the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
You
It
should
was
have
right
known
here
why.
Just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come,
Oh.
Stanley. Let's find the story.
All right. So, yeah, this is getting interesting now. All right, let's go through this door. Ooh, I see light this way. Oh, okay. This way then. Wait, inner guilt. Everyone knows what you did. You're just holding back to let you torture yourself. Oh, Jesus.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
What?
Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. I thought we were going to finally be able to explore the back rooms. Damn it. And the doors are gone now.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Well, this journey has definitely gotten a bit more interesting. I think it was good to go off the track and go down even further.
Aha!
Oh.
I knew we'd miss something.
Okay.
The story. Here it comes. No, wait.
Oh,
Never
what?
mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yeah, because this is completely off. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're here now.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I
No.
don't think so.
It's just
I
some
can't
old
quite recall,
warehouse.
but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you remember, Stanley?
That's how
Well, do
it
you
was
know
always
what?
supposed to be.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Oh.
Congratulations!
Just an instant
I
win.
know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So,
What effort?
Good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
No, not at
Okay?
all.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
Yeah,
I don't
this is
care
too
what might happen this time.
eerie for my
I
taste.
have to restart.
Okay, starting over again, and okay. If I'm gonna be a bit more honest here, I know about this whole entire ending. I'm kind of just playing along, just for joke's sake. But here's a change I definitely do not remember from the original game: the Stanley Parable 2 adventure line. In the original, it was the Stanley Parable, I think, trademark adventure line. Now they include the 2. So it's the follow-up to the original adventure line.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line.
Ah, there's the trademark.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Alright, so we're basically like a bunch of robots. Oh, okay. The line's actually leading us somewhere interesting.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought.
Yeah.
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
What a weird
You know
question
what?
mark.
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Oh, yeah, I can get into this. Da, 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 da. Now we're really on an adventure. Oh, this is what adventures are all about. I mean, there's such energetic music that really gets you into the swing of things. Oh,
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
okay.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
Oh.
You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, let's study this fern for a moment here. If he says it's clearly important for later on, it must be important. Ah, yes, look at it. Look at how green and leafy it all is. Look at all those interesting little different ways of how those leaves look. Okay, I don't know where I was going with that, but like, if it's important enough, you have to take a more of an artistic approach towards it, taking a look at every single feature, making sure that we remember it all very clearly for when it comes back later on. Which in this case, it probably won't. Okay.
We're back at the office?
Why?
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Apparently not, because look where the line just brought us back to.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
And the line's back again. Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Yeah, screw
We're
the
intelligent
adventure
people, right?
line.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Ah, okay. New direction for us. Make up our own story.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Well, I'm not the most... Well,
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Amen to that. I think we're better off without that thing. Look at the line. It just goes right up to the ceiling tiles.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here.
Yeah.
And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask,
I have no idea what the hell he's even talking about.
Where we're going. And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
If I'm going to be honest here, I wasn't even listening to a word he was saying, and even when I tuned in, it didn't make any sense whatsoever, so I don't really know. But alright. Wonder what's in here. The confusion ending?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
Narrative forgets about
So now,
previous
according to
restarts.
the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
The 8th restart says the
My mind
narrator's
goes blank
gone,
simply
and then
because
after a
it's
long
written here
time,
on this
Stanley dies.
Thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
Okay.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Yeah. We're just staying here
I guess
now.
now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
I guess
I'm
so.
not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Yeah.
Well, in the
Most
meantime,
likely.
if you...
Ah! Okay. I don't know what the purpose of that was all about. But yeah, that was the confusion ending.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps.
Yeah,
and a
yeah,
painting.
we've already
Was
heard
it a
this.
painting or a photo? He could no
It's
longer recall.
back! This was the last thing I wanted to know about. Can the bucket return to us? And it has. It's not gone forever. Oh, joy has been brought back into our lives. And Stanley can finally be happy once again. Okay, well, you know. Wait. Oh, how did I not see this? Replacement bucket? So, what the game is suggesting to us now is this is not the same bucket. This is not the same bucket that we've always had. Apparently, the game just decided that we need to give them another bucket because you gave away the last one. Let it be free. In their minds, they're probably thinking to themselves, hopefully this time, they won't have a crazy obsession towards the bucket and will just use it for an actual physical tasks and like go with it, rather than wanting to potentially marry it or something. I don't know, but it's an interesting attention to detail with this game. So the bucket's back, but it's a replacement. I guess kind of call that a bittersweet ending, like, if you will. Alright, so I think this is, without a doubt, the perfect place to end things off here. We experienced a couple of some of the new altered endings. We got a whole quiz involving if we know our bucket truly well or something. And we experienced some other endings I still hadn't gone through yet in previous videos. So I guess call this a win-win-win, if you will. Anyway, so guys, in the next video I may try to find the last thing, like a Stanley figurine, and see what happens, or if anything really happens at all, because clearly there's some deeper stuff going on here that even I clearly don't understand. And yeah, we're just gonna go from there and just probably go for the other endings I still haven't gone yet. Maybe experience some of the other endings we've already gone through, but this time bringing the bucket along with us. It's gonna be a really great time. I know that for sure. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and a comment. Subscribe if you want to continue watching this series all the way through. And until the next video, take care.